Are you ready to go to Atlanta? You better be if you're watching this video. Welcome to NASCAR 08, ladies and gentlemen, for race 4 of 36 for the Ryan D. Kobalt Truex 500. Last week in Vegas, I finished 20th while Ryan Newman went to victory lane. We go to Atlanta, which is a interesting track on the NASCAR circuit for 16 laps. Right now, we are 17th in the standings, ironically matching Matt Benz's car number. Currently 158 points off the lead and 40 points out of 12. Oh, what do you know? Tropical Storm Cindy in 2005 actually destroyed Atlanta Motor Speedway, causing millions of dollars in damage before the fall race that year. Thank the Lord the track was fixed. So, we're going to practice for this race like we always do. We're going to run about 3 laps. We will do another season after we finish Homestead and when we do the normal Nextel Cup Series. We will do another season with the Busch cars, and then we'll do the Car Tomorrow cars after we finish this season of this game. This is one of the fastest tracks on the circuit because you are literally wide open all the way to turn 1. Doesn't help if you're trying to sneeze during the race. Going 194 miles an hour going into turn number 1. Kurt Busch is currently quickest in this practice session. We make our way off the form into the quad oval. Now we're the quickest. Oh crap. There's more cars coming to join the practice session. We got Scott Wait, is that... No, that's Clint Boyer in the 07 joining this practice session up ahead. As we continue to bang into the wall. This track is a driver's track to many NASCAR drivers because these drivers go in there and let it all hang in the corners. Oh well, if it doesn't stick, then you're going to be kissing the wall or eating the wall in about 3 seconds. There's the 12 of Newman up ahead and the 25 of Casey Mears. I think that's the 2020 Stewart behind John Wood. Wait, is that Stewart? No, that's Kevin Harvick behind Juan Pablo Montoya. These two are getting ready to skirmish in the Watkins Glen race later that year. Why not try to help things along? He did it. Why not help things along? Hey, David Rubin's got his Burger King car for this race. Probably one of the many bloody things I don't remember about this is about this race. I was watching the race with my mom that day because I think my dad was out at work or something. I don't really remember much, but I did remember this was the race that also made me like Jimmy Johnson. But at the same time, him winning was getting kind of annoying. So we're gonna, after this lap call it practice, and we're gonna dive down to qualifying. Yeah. Yeah, it's dead. And Newman hit us. We're the quickest in practice, and now to qualify. Look, the only reason I'm doing this is so I can get used to steering with the stick instead of the buttons. We're up exiting pit road. Please tell me that's not an indicator of the race. As long as us spinning into the pit wall is the indicator of things to come in the race, I'm good. Racing down the back stretch into 3. Into the line. First lap. Down the back stretch here in Atlanta. Many people prefer getting the car to the bottom as close as they can before letting it roll through corners. As we come out of turn 4. How about that pole lap? Third straight week, we start on the pole and we're around, and we just backed it into the wall. Don't matter. We get our third straight pole with Jeff Gordon to our outside. Kevin Harvick and Brian Vickers, the Daytona 500 winner, is in row 2. Kyle Busch and Tony Stewart are in row 3. Jimmy Johnson and Jeff Burton are in row 4. Jamie McMurray and Bobby Labonte are in row 5. Mark Martin and Ken Schrader make up row 6. Joe Nemechek and Clint Boyer, row 7. David Stremme and Ricky Rudd, row 8. J.J. Daly and Robbie Gordon, row 9. And Greg Biffle and David Rudiman, row 10. Row 11 has Sterling Marlin and David Gilliland. Row 12 finds Tony Raines and Casey Kane. Row 13 finds Scott Riggs and Kurt Busch. Row 14 finds Ryan Newman and Dale Earnhardt Jr., last week's winner. Newman, not Jr. Row 15 finds Truex Jr. and Paul Menard. Row 16 finds David Reagan and Denny Hamlin. Row 17 finds Casey Mears and Jeff Green. Row 18 finds Dave Blaney and Juan Paulo Montoya. Row 19 finds Michael Waltrip and Mike Wallace. Row 20 finds Dale Jarrett and Kyle Petty. Row 21 finds Reed Sorensen and AJ Allmendinger. And the sucky time of the week goes to Elliott Sadler with a time of 64.935. Just nobody can suck that bad unless you're going around this track at like 2 miles an hour and spinning out. Anyways, pace car is off. Matt Kenseth and Jeff Gordon lead the field down as we are green in Atlanta. Okay, are you Chad Knaus or Sly Bobby? Or any rapper ever? Out of turns 3 and 4, Matt Kenseth is going to basically clear Kevin Harvick and Jeff Gordon and lead the first lap by a full second. We make the dive into turn 1. Jeff Gordon is in second. Kevin Harvick just took second from Jeff Gordon. And it looks like Kyle Busch is going to be in Mark is in second. 2 full seconds. I just hit the wall. Come out of turn 4. Into the line. Leading another lap. 1.9 seconds between Matt Kenseth and Kevin Harvick. I have to remember this isn't NASCAR 15. Through 3 and 4. Again, we continue to grow our lead by miles over the guys behind us. 13 laps to go in the Kobalt Tools 500. Jimmy Johnson won this race in real life. One of his many wins to get his second of 7 eventual championships. I have to say, winning 7 championships, whether it be all be in the chase format or not, is pretty darn impressive. 2 other drivers worked for championships in their careers. So, 2 other greats, Dale Earnhardt and Richard Petty, worked for championships in their careers. So, what makes Jimmy Johnson different? What makes the fact that the final 10 races were basically like playoffs? Basically, the final 10 races were a glorified playoffs format, whether it be the 10-man format, the 12-man format, where every position is 1 point, or the chase format that we have now, where one wrong move can basically screw you out of the championship. I.e., Chase Elliott at Charlotte and Kansas, Carl Edwards at Homestead, this guy at Phoenix can screw you out of the championship. Personally, I think Jimmy Johnson is a good guy. He's not like that punk kid who comes along and cheats his way to 7 championships. Jimmy Johnson and Chad Knaus, in my eyes, are basically the Tom Brady and Bill Belichick in NASCAR. They work so damn well together. It's beautiful seeing the 2 work together, make stuff happen, occasionally getting a rather sarcastic arguments on the radio, watching Jimmy Johnson lose his you-know-what when NASCAR basically throws BS penalties at him. That kind of thing. And anyways, rambling aside, we've basically pulled away to a 9-second lead to the driver behind us, which right now is 8.7, which right now is Tony Stewart. Jimmy Johnson is 3rd, Kyle Busch is 4th, and Mark Martin is 5th. Kevin Harvick is 6th. Jeff Gordon has struggled and slid all the way to 7th. Jeff Burton is 8th. Brian Vickers, the points leader, is 9th. And Greg Biffle is 10th. And we continue to grow that lead. Ouch. Already we are catching lap traffic. That just shows how good I am at Atlanta. I am just a beast at Atlanta Motor Speedway. Oh, as we smack the wall again. As soon as I say that I'm a beast at Atlanta, I'm just going to end up beating the out of the wall. We've led basically the entire first half of this race has belonged to us. And we look to do the same in the second half. Ouch. Six laps to go in Atlanta. Tony Stewart is closing in inch by inch, but he'd need a caution if he wants to catch us. There's the last place driver on the backstretch. Going into turn 3. Five to go in the Kobalt Tools 500. Oh wow, that's Mike Wallace. I thought that was Denny Hamlin for a second. Mike Wallace is back here in the 43rd right now. We can go to the outside. Put him a lap down. Good and clear. He's going to concede. As we continue to pull away from Tony Stewart just by mere tenths of a second. Crossing into the 55 of Michael Waltrip. .45 of Kyle Petty is the Red Bull machine of AJ Allmendinger. Paul Menard, Dave Blaney. I originally thought Scott Rimmer drove the 22, but I was wrong. Oh, wow. 3 to go. We're going to get into Scott Rimmer. He's going to go around. First caution is out with 3 laps to go. Nope. Green-white checkered in Atlanta, just like Las Vegas. Matt Kenseth, Jimmy Johnson, Mark Martin, Tony Stewart, Jeff Gordon are going to be the top 5. We bring the field down. Green flag. 2 to go in Atlanta. Oh God, we're out loose, we're out of the groove, and here comes Johnson. Johnson going to try to go to the outside. Here comes the 01 of Mark Martin as well. Can Mark Martin try to do anything here? Here comes Jimmy Johnson to the inside. Contact. We're into the wall. And we're in the grass. Last lap. We're taking the last lap in 5th. Well, there goes the win. Well, we went from 1st to 9th in the span of a lap. Impressive. I knew. Oh, God. We're 3 and 4. Kevin Harvick mysteriously peels down into pit road as Mark Martin wins the Kobalt Tools 500. Mark Martin, Jeff Gordon, Jimmy Johnson, Tony Stewart, Jeff Burton, Kyle Busch, Brian Vickers, Matt Kenseth, Greg Biffle, and David Stremme are the top 10. I love this day to night outlook for this game. How the turns are all shaded. This was cool. I wish the next NASCAR game has graphics exactly like this. minute race. Mark Martin won today at Atlanta. Jeff Gordon finished 2nd. Jimmy Johnson 3rd. Tony Stewart 4th. Jeff Burton 5th. Kyle Busch 6th. Brian Vickers 7th. Matt Kenseth 8th. I finished 8th after choking on the last lap. Choking harder than Martin Truex Jr. and any team with a 3-1 lead in 2016. Greg Biffle finished 9th. And David Stremme finishes 10th. In a way, I got lucky. Because I should have just been run over. And I have no idea why Kevin Harvick pitted that last lap. He was literally a corner off, and he pitted. Odd. Whatever. It's over. I gotta say, I wish the next NASCAR game, whoever makes it, please, God, it better not be DMI. If DMI, makes a good game, because they got guys from EA's NASCAR team on there. Guys like Ed Martin. If they make the day-to-night weather system like they did in the EA games, Holy cow! I would literally buy an Xbox One, a PS4, a Wii U, just for that NASCAR game. Well, that is if you know, I have enough money for one. So, we are literally 12 points outside the top 12, with David Stremme 138 points out of the lead. And Brian Vickers with an 11-point lead over Kyle Busch. So, anyways, the next race is going to be at Bristol Motor Speedway, race 5 and 36 of the 2007 NASCAR National Cup Series season. We're running the City 500, race 5, 25 laps, and we will see you then.